My beloved child, I invite you to pause for a moment and listen with the ears of your heart, for I have something precious to share with you. You dwell in my everlasting care, and I want you to remember that you are cherished beyond measure, treasured as the masterpiece I formed before time began. Take solace in the truth that you are never alone, for I am always near, binding my heart to yours with cords of steadfast compassion. You may have wondered if my love is truly available for you, and perhaps circumstances have led you to feel overlooked or abandoned. But I assure you, with every beat of my heart, I am watching over you, guiding you, and upholding you in ways your eyes cannot yet perceive. Even in the quiet moments when you doubt, I see the trembling in your spirit, and I extend my hand to calm every fear, reminding you that I will remain your fortress and strong tower whenever you feel vulnerable. Let my presence fill your thoughts right now, for I promise that my solace will overshadow the dark valleys, and my light will shine upon every path you must walk, illuminating the steps ahead. Trust in this infinite grace that I pour out over you, grace that cannot be contained or diminished, grace that finds you exactly where you are, grace that offers a gentle embrace no matter the distance you feel from me. And as you rest in the certainty that my love encircles your every breath, let hope arise in your heart, for I have plans that overflow with goodness, and I will lead you into a tomorrow anchored in promise. Hold on to this unwavering truth. I am the one who forms new beginnings and carries you through every season, and I will not leave you to journey alone. Even now, I stand beside you, whispering life and possibility into your spirit, urging you forward into the fullness of my calling for you. Do not resist this gentle nudge, for I long to fill your life with meaning, to guide you into green pastures where your soul can rest and flourish under my careful watch. Let confidence take root in you, knowing that nothing can separate you from my love, and believe that every moment you spend seeking me will usher you into a deeper encounter with my ever-present kindness. Rejoice, because your future is held in my strong and unchanging hands, and I am determined to see you flourish in my purpose for your life. Take heart in my promise and stand firmly on the knowledge that even when storms threaten to assail you, I am the one who speaks peace, be still, over the raging waters. Yes, I understand how the uncertainties of this world can weigh heavily on your mind, but I implore you not to fear, for my protection is unyielding, and my arm is not too short to rescue you. Place every concern, every hidden tear, every silent longing into my hands, and see how I sustain you with my mighty power. Believe that in your darkest nights, my light shines brightest, dispelling despair and replacing it with renewed strength. Take refuge under my shelter, for I am your keeper, and I am deeply acquainted with every detail of your journey. You may feel as though your burdens are too great to carry, yet I offer to shoulder them for you, urging you to cast every care upon me, because I truly care for you, and I hold you as the apple of my eye. As you lift your face toward me in trust, know that I will grant you rest for your weary soul. Breathe in this sweet assurance. My eyes never depart from you, and my compassion spans wider and deeper than any ocean. Even when you stumble or lose your way, I am quick to gather you in my arms, to bind up your wounds, and to speak life into every broken corner of your being. Therefore, do not grow weary or feel forgotten, for I have already set my seal upon your heart, labeling you as my beloved, and I vow that you shall never be forsaken. At the close of every day, remember that I cradle you in infinite tenderness, and when you awaken, my mercies are fresh and overflowing, ready to guide your steps. In this beautiful confidence, move forward with boldness, for you remain under the shadow of my wing, and my banner over you is love. My dear one, I have watched you from the moment I knit you together, and I delight in the wonder of who you are. There is nothing too great or too small that escapes my notice, for I am intimately aware of even the subtlest longing you hold within your soul. Understand that your life is profoundly significant, and I have filled you with gifts and callings that are uniquely yours, ordained by me long before your first breath. Like a masterful artist cherishes a priceless gemstone, I see in you the brilliance of my handiwork, crafted to shine and bring my light into every corner of the world. Do not belittle the uniqueness of your identity, for I made no mistake in forming you with the traits, personality, and passions that reside deep within. There is a reason for every thread woven into your being, and I celebrate every detail that reveals my glory through your life. Take confidence in knowing I have placed within you a treasure trove of potential, waiting to be awakened by my spirit. I take joy in watching you discover who you are meant to be, like a flower unfolding its petals to greet the sun. When I gaze upon you, I see more than your flaws or missteps. I see a child destined for greatness, imbued with my own breath. You are never a burden to me. On the contrary, you are a priceless gift, cherished and held in highest esteem. Cling to this reality, dear one. You are my delight, and I rejoice every time you acknowledge my presence and say my name. Though you may question your significance at times, remember that I have authored a remarkable story for you, one that is full of purpose, hope, and redemption. I am always with you, enveloping you in my infinite love. You may ask, but what if my past mistakes define me? Or how can I be sure of my worth when the world seems so indifferent? Yet I tell you today, allow neither past regrets nor the criticisms of others to rob you of the treasure placed within you. Do not fear, for I am able to transform all that you deem worthless into a testimony of my grace. Even when people fail to recognize the depth of your potential, I see it clearly. I fashioned you with intention, and I never abandon the works of my hands. Like the potter shaping clay, I patiently smooth away your rough edges, molding you into a vessel fit for my grand design. My beloved, see yourself as I see you, holy, chosen, and dearly loved. I hold your future in my hands, and I delight in showering you with favor in due season. So breathe deeply, and trust that I who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it. Lean into this truth, for it stands firm even when the ground beneath you seems shaky. Never forget that your identity is in me, and I have declared you are precious, hand-picked, and called according to my purpose. Take refuge in my declarations over you, for they are more powerful than any opinion the world may offer. Embrace the understanding that I am near, constantly whispering encouragement into your soul. You matter to me, and I have a plan for you. Step forward, dear one, free from the shackles of self-doubt, and cling to the revelation that you bear the mark of my love and my favor. Rest in this promise. No matter what arises, I will be your certainty and your strength. I see your struggles, beloved child, and I know you carry burdens that others might not perceive, for I witness the tears you shed in the secrecy of late-night hours. You may wrestle with worries about your future, fretting over finances, relationships, or the well-being of your family. Sometimes you might feel as though the weight of those anxieties is too crushing to bear, and you question whether relief will ever come. Please hear me. I do not overlook a single moment of your pain, nor do I turn a blind eye to your sleepless nights. I am profoundly aware of every thread of concern tangled around your heart, and I desire to disentangle you from fear's grasp. Take comfort in the fact that I, the Lord who sees, watch over you with gentleness and compassion, ready to catch every silent sob and replace it with a deep sense of peace. Know that I hurt when you hurt, and that my loving desire is to bring you solace and a renewed sense of hope, even in the most desolate situations. So when you feel overwhelmed, allow my presence to envelop you, and remember that I am strong enough to carry every burden on your behalf. Do not lose courage, for I am by your side, determined to ensure your spirit does not grow faint. I see the path ahead, and I will guide you with my own hand, guaranteeing that you find your way to calmer shores. Trust this vow. Though adversity rises, I am the refuge who will shield you from the tempest. And yes, I also know your frustrations when you face disappointment, when you pray for breakthroughs that do not materialize as swiftly as you hoped, or when people who once stood close by your side fade away without explanation. I hear the pounding of your heartbeat when you question, "Why must I endure this?" Remember that I am your good shepherd, and though you may wander through valleys of uncertainty, I am leading you toward my green pastures, where you shall find rest. Resist the temptation to believe the lie that no one cares, or that your circumstances are beyond redemption. I am intimately aware of how each stumble, each sorrow, each closed door affects you. But do not despair. I specialize in turning what was meant to harm you into something that refines you. Look up to me and see that I am working in the hidden spaces of your life, orchestrating events that will become blessings in due time. Your tears have not been wasted, nor have they fallen unnoticed. I store them, I remember them, and I promise you that joy will come in the morning if you hold on to my hand through the night. My plan exceeds anything you can conceive at this moment, so cling to my assurance that I am at work, aligning circumstances for your ultimate good. Stand on the knowledge that your challenges will not last forever. Indeed, I am the restorer of broken dreams, and I will replace every heartbreak with streams of comfort and restoration. My beloved child, remain hopeful, for with every breath you take, you can be certain I am near, giving you strength beyond your own. May you be filled with expectancy. I am here, and I will not fail you. In your times of loneliness, I invite you to draw near to me, for I am your constant companion, the one who never overlooks your cries or dismisses your sorrow. Too often, you think that you must walk alone through uncharted wilderness, but I assure you that I go before you, lighting the path under your feet. When the nights grow silent and solitude grips your heart, whisper my name and see how swiftly my peace surrounds you. Remember that my voice is gentle and comforting, not condemning or harsh. Even if others fail to recognize your worth, I stand firm in my unwavering acceptance of you. You belong to me, and you never need to doubt the warmth of my embrace. So reach out, dear one, and trust that I am ready to hold you, to reassure you, and to impart courage to face each new dawn. Acknowledge that your faith is precious, and when you extend your trembling hand to me, you will find that mine has already been stretched out, longing to lift you from any pit of despair. Let your heart be free from the weight of isolation, for my presence is enough to fill every void within. Affirm this truth. You are loved deeply and completely, and there is no situation in which you can be separated from that love. Yes, you are fully known by me, and in that knowledge I remain tender, patient, and devoted, dedicated to your growth and well-being. Take comfort as you journey forward, for I am the faithful companion who never leaves your side. Find solace in the promise that your story is not one of abandonment, but rather a testament to my enduring faithfulness and care. My child, I promise to be your shield, the guardian who stands between you and every force that seeks to harm you. I want you to envision my protective wings spread wide, their span covering you from all directions, ensuring that no fiery dart of fear or discouragement can gain a foothold. Do not forget, I am the one who causes you to lie down in safety, and though the storms may rage around you, they will not sweep you away when you stand in my refuge. If you feel battered by the gusts of adversity, know that I whisper, "Peace, be still," calming the wind and the waves that rise against you. Your battles are never fought alone, for I go before you as a mighty warrior, ready to defend you with my righteous right hand. Your enemies may seem formidable, but place your confidence in me and discover the indomitable might that I offer. Though you might tremble, I remain unshaken. Though you might waver, my resolve never falters. Therefore, do not lose heart. Even now I am dispatching my angels to guard you in all your ways, keeping watch so that you will not stumble. Relish the safety of my presence, for no attack can surpass the power of my love. Rest in the assurance that my word over your life is final, and my promises cannot be stolen from you. As you dwell in my protection, let your fears dissolve into faith, for if I am with you, who can stand against you? Reflect on this unchanging declaration. I am your refuge, your fortress, and your defender in every season. Likewise, I invite you to see me as the steady foundation beneath your feet, the unmovable rock on which you can build your life. This foundation is not like shifting sands. Instead, it is solid, unwavering, and resolute. Even when the floods of life threaten to overwhelm, you need only cling to me, and you will remain firm and secure. Do not doubt that my plan is to establish you, to plant you like a tree by streams of living water, ensuring that in every season you bear fruit. As I uphold you, you will sense a divine strength that does not originate from your own efforts. Let the knowledge of my steadfastness comfort your anxious heart, for I am not a fleeting presence that appears once and then fades away. Rather, I pledge to uphold you with my righteous right hand every day of your life, guiding you through valleys of uncertainty until you reach the mountaintop of triumph. Trust that you are tethered to me, the same God who parted seas, leveled mountains, and brought forth miracles in barren places. Nothing is too difficult for me, and as you remain anchored in my word, no storm can uproot you from the destiny I have planned. Yes, adversity will arise, but the foundation we share is far more potent than any challenge. Let your heart rest in this knowledge. You are safely rooted in the one who cannot be shaken, and that reality will sustain you through every trial. Embrace the quiet confidence of knowing your steps are guided by the Creator of the universe, who calls you by name and will never fail you. Today, I also declare myself as your ever-present help in times of trouble. Perhaps you feel like you have wandered too far, or that the distance between us is too great. But let me remind you, no matter how far you go, my arm is long enough to reach you, and my heart is big enough to receive you back with joy. You may think you have exhausted all possibilities, that your problems overshadow the light of any solution, but I remain limitless in my capacity to save, redeem, and restore. Never believe that your case is too complex or hopeless, for I specialize in making a way where there seems to be no way. Right now, even if you cannot see it, I am arranging circumstances behind the scenes. I open doors you never knew existed, and I close those that are not meant for you, thereby steering you toward the path of promise. It is my delight to show you my power, not to intimidate or overpower you, but to demonstrate just how intricately and lovingly I hold your life. When you call upon me, I am swift to act, to heal, and to deliver, for my grace knows no boundaries. Let your faith be ignited by this understanding. There is no situation too dire for me to transform. Your sorrow can become joy. Your scarcity can become abundance. Your broken relationships can become testaments of reconciliation. Hold tight to this promise, for I have engraved it into your destiny. With me, all things are possible. And as you lean on my unfailing strength, let your spirit be assured that I have not left you to face your challenges unaccompanied. You and I stand together, always. Do not be alarmed by the storms that continue to swirl in your mind or in the world around you, for I am the God who brings peace in the midst of chaos. I see the temptations that weigh upon your soul, trying to lure you into dismay or compromise. But I urge you to stand in the power I give, remaining steadfast in your convictions and unwavering in your pursuit of my presence. When you feel your resolve weakening, remember I am there, offering myself as the fuel for your endurance. Fear not, beloved, for my love casts out fear, and my voice carries the authority that silences every accusatory whisper. Though the winds may howl, they cannot extinguish the flame I have ignited in you. Keep your heart fixed on me, and you will discover an unshakable serenity that surpasses all human understanding. Whenever unrest tries to infiltrate your heart, immerse yourself in my words, for my truth anchors your spirit. Do not let anxiety or despair dictate your narrative. Instead, yield to the quiet confidence found in my presence, which assures you that I control even the raging waves. Today, choose to rest in my sovereignty. Let this be your meditation, that I am the King of Kings, and I orchestrate every detail for your benefit. In me, you will find courage to stand firm, for the battle belongs to me, and the victory is yours to claim. Let this promise echo in your heart. I am more than sufficient to handle every challenge that attempts to shake your faith. I hear your cries for help, and I cherish every word you speak to me in prayer. Indeed, your prayers are like sweet incense rising before my throne, and I take pleasure in responding to the earnest petitions of your heart. Do not shy away from me, thinking you lack the right words or that you must perform rituals for me to listen. I long for a genuine conversation with you, one where you pour out your anxieties, your doubts, your praises, and your hopes. My beloved child, nothing is too trivial to bring before me. I yearn to listen to your heartbreaks, your frustrations, and even your anger, for I already know each thought that crosses your mind. When you come before me in authenticity, I do not reject you. Instead, I open my arms wider, urging you to trust me more deeply. Know that your prayers are not lost in an abyss. Each one resonates within my heart, prompting me to move on your behalf. Though my answers may not always arrive in the form or timing you anticipate, you can be certain they come precisely when and how they should. Patience is a fruit I cultivate in your life, and as you grow in it, your faith matures, teaching you to lean solely on me. So approach me boldly. Talk to me as you would to a dear friend, for I am nearer than the air you breathe. As you bear your soul in prayer, rest in the faith that I hear you, and I am orchestrating a response that is for your ultimate good. My promise is unwavering. I will hear your voice, and I will answer you with my loving kindness, because you are precious to me. When you pray, I invite you to also take time to listen. Silence your busy thoughts, and tune your ears to my gentle whisper, for I speak in stillness as well as in the powerful roar. Open your heart to the impressions and promptings I place upon your spirit, for I often reveal my will in subtle ways. Through a quiet conviction or a compassionate nudge towards someone in need. Do not overlook these moments, for they may well be the stepping stones to the destiny I have carved for you. In your stillness, you might sense me reminding you of my promises or calling your attention to a direction you had not considered before. Recognize that prayer is not only about presenting requests. It is a divine dialogue, a sacred communion. When you learn to dwell in my presence without rushing, you will find that I pour out wisdom and guidance far beyond your understanding. So do not fear the quiet. Embrace it, and discover that I am in your midst, offering revelation and insight. Remember, beloved, I am not a distant observer. I am intimately involved, desiring a two-way connection where you speak and I respond, and where I speak and you receive. Bask in this perpetual exchange of love, trust, and fellowship. As you walk forth, do so in the confidence that I have heard your pleas, and I have released an answer that will come at the appointed time. My voice leads you, and you need only listen to find your way. Today I encourage you to set aside every anxiety, placing each concern into my capable hands. It's natural to feel tension when circumstances seem uncertain, but I invite you to consider the lilies of the field, how they do not toil or spin, yet I clothe them in splendor. In the same way, I provide for you, ensuring that you lack nothing essential. Open your eyes to the ways I have already met your needs, remembering the moments when provision seemed impossible, but arrived nonetheless. I do not withhold my blessings from you. Rather, I delight in giving good gifts to my children. Therefore, do not be weighed down by the cares of tomorrow. Entrust your needs, your hopes, and your apprehensions to me. As you relinquish control, watch how my peace, which surpasses all understanding, guards your heart. Let go of the feeling that everything depends on your performance or perfection. Rest in the knowledge that I, your heavenly Father, have orchestrated a plan to sustain you. In your surrender, you will find freedom. Embrace the security of my arms, for they are strong enough to carry all that burdens you. Proclaim with faith that you are not forsaken, but beloved, and that each day I pour out fresh mercies to uphold you. Carry this reassurance. If I care for the sparrows, how much more will I provide for you, the child I formed and adore? I welcome you to dream again, to believe in the visions and aspirations I placed in your heart. Do not let the disappointments of your past or the naysayers who doubt your potential hinder you. Step forth with courage, for I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. When your dreams seem monumental, remember that I am the God who parted seas, who multiplied loaves and fishes, who raised the dead to life. There is no cap on my power, and there is no limit to the possibilities I can unfold in your life. Lay your desires before me, and trust that if they align with my will, I will breathe on them, turning dormant seeds into flourishing harvests. You might question whether it is permissible to hope so boldly, to yearn for such great things. Yet I tell you, I delight in seeing you step beyond the confines of small expectations, realizing that my hand reaches beyond the boundaries of human logic. Dream with me, and watch how I plant within you the resilience needed to pursue those callings and to persevere through difficulties. Even when progress appears delayed, I am weaving details together, preparing you for the moment when your dreams will spring forth. Keep trusting, keep praying, keep believing. Your labor is never in vain when you do it in my name. Remain steadfast in the conviction that your future is secure in my hands, and as you walk in obedience, I will guide every step. Take heart, beloved child. I am the one who births vision within you, and I will see it through. My dear child, in all these things, do not allow your heart to be troubled, and do not yield to despair. Look to the Holy Scriptures, where time and again I demonstrate my unbreakable covenant with those who cling to me. Recall how I rescued my people from enslavement, how I provided manna in the wilderness, how I comforted the broken and lifted up the downtrodden. These accounts are not mere stories, they are reflections of my nature. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My miracles were not restricted to a bygone era. I am still in the business of transforming lives, healing sickness, and delivering souls from oppression. When doubts arise, open my word and let it remind you of the wonders I have performed across the ages. Let hope flood your heart as you realize I will do the same for you. My promises remain true, and my covenant endures. Receive this assurance. I honor faith that is rooted in my character, not in fleeting emotions or superficial signs. So, strengthen your faith by rehearsing my deeds, meditating on my words, and acknowledging my unchanging love. As you steep your mind in these truths, Watch how fear loses its grip, and how your heart blossoms in expectancy of my next mighty move on your behalf. Do not waver, for I will show myself faithful in your life, just as I have since the foundation of the world. You are my beloved, and every promise I have made stands firm over you. Now I extend a call to action for you. Come to me just as you are, with your flaws, your doubts, and your hurts, and place them at my feet in prayer. Do not be ashamed or hesitant, for I already see everything there is to see. Surrender your pride, your efforts at perfection, your longing for control. Instead, let me bear the weight of your burdens, carrying them so you can be free. In your humility and openness, you will discover the fullness of my grace, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Cast off the notion that you must be polished or pious before approaching me. I delight in genuine hearts that yearn for communion, not in empty rituals. Therefore, speak freely, pour out your heart, and hold nothing back. As you do, watch how I transform your weariness into renewed vitality, your confusion into clarity, your heartbreak into a deeper connection with me. I am not looking for perfection. I am looking for sincerity. When you place your trust in me, I empower you to overcome the obstacles that once loomed insurmountable. This is my solemn vow. If you abide in me, you will bear much fruit, fruit that remains, fruit that testifies to my glory. So draw near, beloved child, knowing that I will not turn you away, but will welcome you with open arms. Let this be your resolution. I will arise and go to my Father, who awaits me with unending compassion. In that decision, you will find the life-transforming love that only I can offer. Remember, beloved, the victory is not gained by might or force alone, but through your unwavering surrender to my will. I invite you to partner with me in faith, stepping beyond your comfort zone to follow the promptings of my Spirit. When you sense my nudge, respond quickly, for obedience to my guidance paves the way for miracles. In that obedience, you will find my provision, my timing, and my blessing. Rid yourself of the fear that hinders your steps. Instead, take hold of courage, trusting that I direct your path. Though you may feel unqualified or ill-equipped, recall that I often choose the humble and the unlikely to demonstrate my power. Your limitations do not deter me. Rather, they create a platform for my strength to shine. So, be bold in living out your faith in practical ways, whether in extending kindness to a stranger, forgiving someone who hurt you, or stepping into a ministry that seems daunting. In every act of obedience, you find a deeper connection with my heart. Understand that I am not an aloof overseer, but a relational God, seeking those who will align their steps with mine. Be assured that as you move forward, I will meet you each time, offering the sustenance and wisdom you need. My beloved, continue to pursue my purposes with passion, standing firm in the conviction that nothing given in obedience to me is wasted. As you take each step, you will witness my hand at work, turning ordinary moments into holy encounters. Let this promise resonate. I am with you wherever you go, and know that in me, every risk taken by faith is worth it. Do not allow the shadows of your past to hold you captive any longer. I see every chapter of your history, both the beautiful and the painful, and yet I choose to cleanse, restore, and rewrite your narrative for my glory. Let the regrets that once weighed heavily upon you dissipate in the light of my mercy. Though you might struggle with guilt or shame, I remind you that my forgiveness is not rationed. It is abundant and freely offered to those who sincerely repent. If you have stumbled, my hand is ever extended, eager to lift you again and set you on solid ground. When the enemy of your soul tries to remind you of past failures, direct your gaze to the cross, the emblem of my saving grace. There, your debts were canceled, your sins pardoned, and your eternal hope established. Therefore, do not permit self-condemnation to overshadow the liberation I have granted you. Walk in the freedom of my redeeming power, understanding that no chain from yesterday can remain unbroken when confronted by my mighty love. Keep your eyes fixed on the new beginnings I place before you. Each day offers a fresh slate, a divine invitation to trust me anew. Embrace this reality. I am the God who makes all things new, and you are not defined by your past, but by my love at work in your present and future. Live in that truth and find joy in the knowledge that you have been released from every bondage. Look ahead, dear one, for I have prepared a path of hope, brimming with the promise of a life renewed. Rise now in the assurance of my grace, which surpasses all understanding and prevails in all circumstances. When you stumble, do not withdraw from me in shame. Rather, hurry to my throne of mercy, for you will find grace sufficient to cover your every shortfall. Let my unearned favor permeate your heart, purging the lies that claim you must earn my acceptance. I have adopted you as my own, and no power can sever that bond. Place your hand in mine and walk confidently, knowing that my forgiveness and mercy triumph over judgment. If you fear you have disappointed me, recall that my mercies are renewed each morning, and my compassions never fail. Cling to that promise, and let condemnation melt away, replaced by the warmth of my presence. My grace empowers you to rise above your limitations and to fulfill the plans I have designed for you. This is not a fragile or temporary grace. It is a living force that transforms you from within. Believe in its power to heal, to redeem, and to inspire you to love others as I have loved you. Share this grace generously, that others might also taste and see my goodness. In giving grace, you reflect my heart, becoming a conduit for the healing balm that the world desperately needs. Stand assured in the knowledge that my grace does not dwindle or run dry. It is an ever-flowing river, capable of reaching the darkest corners of your existence. Therefore, do not doubt its resilience. Allow my grace to define you, restore you, and launch you into a life of deep purpose. Hear me speak these words of comfort and reassurance. I see your longing for a secure future, and I already stand in your tomorrows. You do not walk blindly into the unknown, for I, the author of time, have woven the tapestry of your life with careful precision. Fear not the days yet to come, for my sovereignty extends beyond the boundaries of the present. Lift your eyes above your worries, and let your heart perceive the horizon of hope that I have established. My hand has carved a path for you, a path of growth, of divine intersections, and of fruitful outcomes. Yes, trials will appear, for this life is not devoid of challenges, but rest assured that each tribulation will serve as a stepping stone toward your ultimate destiny. I empower you to face adversity with courage, learning valuable lessons that refine your character and strengthen your faith. Do not dread the unknown. Instead, embrace it as the canvas where my miracles will unfold. Each day, meet me in prayer, trusting that I will disclose what you need to know at the precise moment. My voice will direct you, my light will guide you, and my presence will hold you steady. When you feel unsure, recall my promise. I will never leave you, nor forsake you. This guarantee stands as a bulwark against despair. As you place one foot in front of the other, do so in the confidence that your future is secured under the shelter of my will. Let your spirit be at peace, for you walk not into emptiness, but into the purpose I have lovingly prepared. Consider how I clothed the sky with stars and filled the oceans with life, and recognize that I, the same Creator, am intimately involved in the details of your life. You are part of my grand tapestry, a thread essential to the pattern I am weaving in this world. There are seasons of waiting and seasons of acceleration, and each has a role in shaping you. Surrender to my timing, and do not grow restless when it seems as though your hopes are delayed. I often work in the hidden soil of your heart, preparing you for the season when the fruit will appear. Trust that my pacing is perfect, and know that I see the end from the beginning. In moments of impatience, rest in the assurance that my plans cannot be thwarted by obstacles or slowed by human circumstances. Even closed doors can be gifts from my hand, steering you toward better opportunities aligned with my vision for your life. Lay down your frustrations and let hope take root again. My beloved child, waiting on me is never wasted time. It is fertile ground where faith grows. Lean into my eternal perspective, which transcends the limitations of the temporal world. Recount my faithfulness in previous seasons, letting that memory fuel your perseverance. I promise you will not be put to shame for placing your trust in me. In due season, you will reap if you do not give up. Keep your eyes fixed on my unwavering love, for it is the compass guiding you to the place I have prepared for you. Anchor yourself in this. My timing is flawless, and my goodness knows no bounds. Let me also remind you that you were created for fellowship, not only with me, but also with others. Do not isolate yourself in times of trouble, for I often send help, encouragement, and wisdom through the people I place in your life. Community is a gift I grant you, a place where you can bear each other's burdens and find solace in shared faith. Open your heart to receive love from those around you, and likewise, allow me to use you as a vessel to pour out my comfort onto them. Whenever you feel prompted, reach out in kindness, speak life-giving words, and offer a helping hand. In doing so, you embody my compassion. You do not have to face life's hardships alone, for I have woven your path with others who walk in my light. Even in conflict or misunderstanding, you have the opportunity to exhibit grace and mercy, mirroring the forgiveness I have shown you. As you engage in meaningful connections, you will discover a deeper sense of purpose, realizing that you are part of something larger than yourself. Whether in times of rejoicing or mourning, I encourage you to link hands with your spiritual family, learning from one another and growing together in unity. Do not let pride or fear prevent you from inviting others to stand alongside you in prayer. Rejoice with those who rejoice, weep with those who weep, and watch how I use these communal bonds to strengthen and enrich your journey. Always remember, I designed you for relationship, not only with me but also with my people, and in that design, you will find a reflection of my own heart, which beats fervently with love. I call you, beloved, to a deeper level of trust, one that is not easily shaken by the turbulence of circumstance. Trust is the bedrock of our relationship, a posture of surrender that says, "Yes, Lord, I believe you are good, and I rely on your wisdom above my own." There will be times when you cannot trace my hand or discern my methods, but I implore you not to second-guess my affection for you. When you are tempted to doubt, return to the cross, the embodiment of my supreme sacrifice, and let that sight anchor your faith in my unwavering goodness. If I did not withhold my own life from you, how shall I not also, along with that sacrifice, graciously give you all that you need? Remind yourself that I am your shepherd, guiding you with gentleness and precision. When you reach a fork in the road, seek my counsel, for my sheep know my voice and follow me. If I direct you down an unfamiliar path, do not be afraid. My leading always flows from a heart of love, and though the route might be winding, it will ultimately reveal my glory in your life. Trust me enough to stay faithful in prayer, in thanksgiving, and in service, even when immediate results seem elusive. Your steady trust honors me, and in due time, it becomes a powerful testimony to others who wrestle with doubt. Rest assured, I take great delight in you when you choose faith over fear, and in those moments the bond between us grows ever stronger. Embrace this reality. I am your trustworthy anchor, and I will not fail you. Now, my child, let hope flood your soul. Envision the future I have prepared, a future overflowing with my blessing, grace, and opportunities to shine forth my goodness. Let your spirit be lifted by the possibilities that await. This present season is not your final destination. I have so much more in store for you. The dreams I have planted in your heart are not empty illusions. They are seeds of destiny. Approach tomorrow with a joyful anticipation, expecting to see my hand at work in miraculous ways. Even the mundane tasks of life can become stages for my glory when surrendered to me. Breathe in the fragrance of hope, knowing that I am the God who raises valleys and levels mountains. Nothing stands immovable before my power. You, too, reflect my resilience, for I have woven my character into your very being. Therefore, do not let yesterday's sorrows overshadow tomorrow's promises. Your life is an unfolding testament to my faithfulness, and each day invites a deeper immersion in my divine narrative. Hope is not wishful thinking. It is an anchor for your soul, tethered to the knowledge that I am working all things together for your good. Embrace it wholeheartedly, and let it guide you forward with joy. Fix your eyes on my heart, for I am the source of hope, and I will not disappoint you. Let each day be a fresh canvas, painted with the vibrant colors of my mercy, and shaped by the brushstrokes of my infinite imagination. Moreover, I urge you to seek me above all else, for in closeness with me you find the fullness of joy and the wellspring of wisdom. The pursuits of this world may lure you, promising success or happiness, yet they cannot compare to the richness of life found in abiding by my side. Delight yourself in me, and I will give you the desires of your heart, because those desires will be shaped by my love and my kingdom. Prioritize our relationship, and the rest will follow in proper order. When you feel the pull of distractions, gently refocus your gaze on my presence, allowing my spirit to realign your perspective. In those intimate moments, my word will illuminate your path, and my voice will soften your fears. Make time to meditate on my goodness, to worship with abandon, and to pour your soul out in prayer. In that sacred space, I reveal myself more profoundly, granting you spiritual insight that no earthly teacher can impart. Never doubt that I love spending time with you, hearing your heart's song and singing over you in return. As you seek me, you will find that I was already drawing near, patiently awaiting your undivided attention. Let this be a holy pursuit, one that infuses meaning into every aspect of your life. In intimacy with me, burdens become lighter, and solutions to life's puzzles emerge with clarity. Embrace this pursuit, for it leads to abundant life, and from that abundance you can pour out my blessing to a hurting world. My dear one, know that I have prepared a future brimming with goodness for you, and I invite you to lay hold of it by faith. The challenges you face today will not define you. Rather, they will become stepping stones to greater revelation of my character and my power at work in you. Let these words ring in your spirit. Behold, I make all things new. Yes, I renew your heart, your mind, your perspective, and your circumstances, continually shaping you into a beacon of light that radiates my glory. You stand on the threshold of a divine adventure, and I beckon you to go forward without hesitance. Leave behind the baggage of fear, regret, and unbelief, for they only weigh you down. Instead, put on the garment of praise, keep your sword of faith in hand, and advance, knowing that I have paved the way ahead. Visualize the blessings I have stored up for you: peace that transcends chaos, joy that triumphs over sorrow, restoration that emerges from the ruins. Do not underestimate what I can accomplish in and through a life surrendered to my will. With each new day, you have the opportunity to walk in step with my Spirit, and as you do, watch how even the ordinary becomes extraordinary. You, my beloved, are destined to testify of my miraculous interventions, to proclaim that I am indeed faithful in every generation. Keep your heart wide open, for I shall continually astonish you with my goodness, surpassing all your expectations. Stand confident in this truth. Your future is bright, because I hold it in my loving hands. As we come to a close, my precious child, I reaffirm the steadfastness of my love for you, an unwavering, unbreakable bond that no circumstance can erode. Remind yourself daily that my love is not a fleeting emotion, but an eternal commitment, proven by sacrifice and sealed by my own Spirit. You never have to question my devotion or wonder if my gaze has shifted from you. I have inscribed you on the palms of my hands, and your name is ever before me. Rest in the knowledge that my affection for you is rooted in my very nature, which does not change like shifting shadows. From everlasting to everlasting I remain the same, and my heart beats for your well-being. Take this love, and let it embolden you to face life's uncertainties with resolve. Let it soften your heart, prompting kindness and empathy toward those around you. Let it anchor you in times of trial, reminding you that you are not abandoned. Let it encourage you to continually seek deeper relationship with me, for my love is an ocean without limits, waiting to fill your every void. Yes, my child, you are forever cradled in my infinite embrace, and I will never let you go.